All right, welcome apprentices. Now for today's briefing, I want you to forget your project managers in training. Today, you're detectives, and trust me, we have a real case to crack.
Okay, let's dive right in. Here's the mystery I want you to think about. Imagine a project that ticks all the boxes. Every deadline is hit, spot on. Not a single penny over budget. The scope delivered perfectly. By every measure we normally use, it's a roaring success. And yet, it's a complete failure. The business gets absolutely no value from it. How? How is that even possible?
And look, this isn't just some hypothetical riddle. This is a real-world problem. It happens all the time. Maybe the market shifts, or the needs of the business change while the project's chugging along. The project team gets so focused on building the thing right that they completely forget to check if they're still building the right thing. So, to make sure this disaster never ever happens on your watch, you're going to need a secret weapon, a tool that keeps you locked on to the big picture, from the very start to the absolute finish.
And here it is. Meet your new best friend, the project business case. Just think of it as the official case file for any project you investigate. It's the documented proof, right there in black and white, that a project's benefits are real, they're valid, and it gives you the green light to actually get started. You know, before you write a single line of code, before you order a single bit of kit, the business case answers the most fundamental question of all. Should we even be doing this? It's your go, no-go document, and the crucial thing to remember is this all happens before the project officially kicks off.
So let's have a look inside this case file, shall we? Every good investigation follows a clear procedure, and a business case is no different. It's got 4 key sections that are going to guide us. First, understanding the need. Second, analyzing the situation. Third, making a solid recommendation. And finally, evaluating the outcome.
First up, business needs. This is where we ask that classic detective question. What's the motive here, right? Why are we even thinking about doing this project? What's the problem we're trying to solve? Or what's the opportunity we're trying to grab?
This is all about defining the scene of the crime, so to speak. We're documenting the problem. We're stating exactly what value we expect to get. We're identifying all the stakeholders, our witnesses and interested parties, and then we draw that police tape to define the initial boundaries of our investigation. That's the scope.
Okay, next up is the analysis of the situation. We've got our motive, so now it's time to examine the evidence. This is where we really start to dig deep, get to the root cause of the problem, and explore every possible option we have.
Now, a key technique here is something called the gap analysis. It's pretty simple, really. We look at the current state, that's the problem as it is right now, and we compare it to the future state. That's the brilliant outcome we want after the project is done. Understanding that gap, well, that's absolutely crucial for finding the right solution.
And this brings us to our strategic choices. See, every investigation has options. First, we could do nothing at all. And yes, that is a perfectly valid strategic choice that you have to consider. Second, we could just do the bare minimum work required. Or third, we could decide to do a bit more than the minimum. Each path has totally different costs, risks, and benefits that we have to analyze properly.
So, after all that thorough analysis, we move to Section 3, the recommendation. This is where you, the project manager/detective, step up and present your expert conclusion based on all that evidence you've gathered.
And you don't just point a finger and say, let's do that one. No, you state the recommended option clearly, and you back it up with a solid mini-plan. You'll outline key milestones, dependencies, you'll flag potential risks, and you'll say who is responsible for what. It's your professional, evidence-based judgment on the line.
And finally, Section 4, the evaluation. Now this is clever. Before we even begin the project, we need to define what success actually looks like. This section answers the big question. How will we know if we've actually solved the case once everything's said and done?
Yeah, this part is all about accountability. It describes exactly how we're going to measure the benefits that we promised way back in the business needs section. It's the plan to prove that the value we talked about was truly delivered, turning all those promises into cold, hard, measurable results.
Of course, no case is ever complete until you follow the money. We have to ask that classic British question, is the juice worth the squeeze? Or, to put it another way, does this project actually make financial sense?
Now hang on, don't let all these acronyms scare you. Seriously, they're just tools in your detective kit to analyze the financials. Think of ROI, return on investment. It's just asking, for every quid we spend, how many are we going to get back? Payback period just asks, how long till we make our money back? See?
They're all just different ways to prove that the benefits really do outweigh the costs.
Okay, so we've walked through the entire file, we've seen all the sections, but why is this so critical for you as an apprentice project manager? What's the big takeaway here?
Here it is. This is the secret. This is how you avoid that successful failure we talked about at the start. The business case is your North Star. It's the one thing that ensures your project is constantly always aligned with the bigger strategic goals of the organization. And if that strategy changes, well, you use the business case to reevaluate and make sure you stay on track.
So think of it this way. The business case is both your authorization to launch and it's the GPS for your entire project journey. It proves the mission is worth doing in the first place, and then it keeps you from getting lost along the way. When you have it, success is no longer a mystery. It's elementary.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. The next time you're sitting in a meeting and someone pitches a brilliant, fantastic new project idea, what's the very first question that should now pop into your head? If your answer is, okay, sounds great, but where's the business case? Then, my friend, case closed.